Welcome to the RSP Boiler Room. I'm Matt Waldman with the Rookie Scouting Portfolio. We're going to take a look at Tyson Williams, number 5, BYU running back who only started 4 games for the Cougars before tearing his ACL. And before that, he was kind of a rotational starter or committee back with South Carolina. And before that, he was a 4-star recruit at North Carolina. So he's had quite an interesting career, not the one that you would normally look at for a draft prospect. But I like how this kid runs. Nice second cut there. Plays with a nice wide base. Gets, and you see the balance here. I mean, I love the little cut here. You see him cross over, but a nice job planting his foot here to be able to get downhill. And then watch the base that he gets here. He's got a pretty nice wide base, even though he's going to run into his own man. But then he takes some contact here, and you see that wide base show up once again. So he's able to work through the contact here, slide away, keep his feet moving. Big part of his game that I really like. This is another play that I really like. You're going to see him here with that cut behind the line of scrimmage where he sees the penetration, finds that crease outside, and he gets wrapped up by Taylor here, by the defensive end. And watch him just keep his feet moving. Again, be able to spin through, keep his feet moving, ride over the back of a defender, earn about 9 yards on the play when he's wrapped about 3-4 yards into the play. So again, he generates good power through his momentum. He's able to keep his feet moving. He's a good finisher. And I think he's a wise enough runner that you can see him, head towards the crease, see it get filled, bounce out to the open area of the double team, and then finish strong to get another 4 yards there. And if you give Williams an angle, he's going to be able to get you some nice yardage with his acceleration. And you can see him work outside the secondary and the linebackers here. Some of them get run off. You're going to see, the defenders on the right side here get run off by the receivers breaking to the inside. See how they all break to the inside on this double slant type of concept. They run that off. And then you have a high safety. You see the shadow where I pointed the cursor up at the top here, right above the official. He's able to work outside the nearest man here who kind of slid inside. So you get the bounce out there, decent acceleration, good acceleration around the first defensive back to the inside, picks up a nice block here. There's the safety. He's able to beat him to the corner. Not a breakaway threat necessarily, but he's a guy that can get into a secondary and do damage, and that's enough. To me, what I like about running back play is how well you finish. Whether you're big or small, I want to see a good finisher. And this is what Williams offers here. Watch the pad level right here. See how he gets those pads low? Gets that nice body lean. Eyes up, even though the head's a little bit down here. See, he takes on the chest of the defensive end here. Defensive end doesn't really get a great angle on it. He's able to just push that man back and do a lot of that damage of pushing the pile on his own. That's what you want to see. You want to see him in situations where if a linebacker has to close here, that he can punish that man and take advantage of the bad angle. So, a lot of times you'll hear people criticize analysis and they'll say, well, it wasn't that good of a tackle. It was a bad tackle. That's true. That's often the case when running backs break tackles or get pushes. But the running back also needs to have the form and the awareness to take advantage of that. And that's exactly what Tyson Williams does here with that nice pad level and high knees and the drive. That's all great stuff. I mean, just look at it one more time. Low pads, look at the knees get high. That's what generates that yardage. Really nice finish there. This is a really nice cutback by Williams. You're going to watch him work to the middle, bounce it to the left side, nice stiff arm, and show the burst just to get enough here. He gets about 7 yards on this play. And he picks up a nice block by number 21 here. But let's just watch the play as he works towards the line. You have the double team to the inside here. And you see immediately he's kind of looking downhill towards those linebackers. And as he sees this crease coming off that double team to the inside, he takes a step there. He wants to kind of press that and then get behind it and set up this interior block. But as he gets another step in, he sees those two defenders closing in on that crease, and he feels that backside opportunity. So I like the fact that he's willing to take a chance on 1st and 10. It is a second overtime here, but it's 1st and 10. So he's going to take a chance in this area to see if he can get a bigger play. And I love the fact that he's able to do that. And then a nice little stiff arm there. Let's look at that little cut with the stiff arm. First of all, see him point that toe. He's able to point the toe just enough to get that hip turn to get outside. And that stiff arm is just enough for him to work around. And then another nice cut downhill. And a decent finish to extend through 3 defenders. And talk about finishing power. I mean, here we are, 2nd and 3. Drops the, gets hit right here, gets behind his lineman, and just keeps his feet, and that's the important part. Can you keep your feet? And if you're 220, like Williams is listed, and keep your feet here, you're going to be able to help generate a push and turn this into a touchdown. That's important. So you have the pad level, you have the high leg, the high knees, and then you have the ability to keep your feet in tight traffic there. And you can see that he's kind of hit by number 18 in a way where it knocks him back a little bit. Kind of knocks him back right there. But he's bolstered by number 77. He's able to keep his feet there and then just keep pushing. And then help arrives with number 67. And I think he has adequate burst at the very least. You're going to watch this little short side toss play and watch him work past number 21. Number 21's coming inside of 66 here. I'm circling him. He works right past him with that acceleration. So, to be able to accelerate to the short side of the field against an outside linebacker or safety type, and that's adequate NFL burst right there. Let's take another look at some cutting ability here. Gets through the crease. And then watch this dynamic cut here to be able to jump stop, turn his hips to the outside as he tries to work away from this safety. And then he's going to read number 7 and that block here and that another nice jump cut right there to get downhill of that. And then keep the pads low and bolt through that safety. Gets 12 yards on 2nd and 10 on this play. That's the kind of movement you want to see right there. That ability to jump, stop, outside, cut back downhill, and keep the pad square. To be able to do that so quickly that you can keep the pad square, the hips straight downfield, lean through, finish strong. Love that. He transitions very well. And let's talk about the contact balance here with Tyson Williams. You're going to watch him work to the outside here. And he gets downhill right here. Nice little 2-step transition downhill of the safety. And then he uses the stiff arm and the turn here. The stiff arm and then a nice little spin here to work inside some of the wrap. And then he takes a nice little hit here from number 90, and he's able to drag 90 for a few yards. Again, good finisher. And you can see he has multiple moves. We're not just talking about a spin move artist. We got jump stops, jump cuts, little dips, and then the ability to work through that contact. Whether it's a pushing a pile, breaking a tackle, dropping the pads and getting the knees high, or just taking contact to the side. More examples of strong finish, but also a good start here at the line of scrimmage. Watch him deal with the penetration to the right side here from the linebacker. Here comes the linebacker. He's going to beat this puller. And he's going to make this nice little cut. And see the lean he has? He's got the hips down. He's got the pads a little bit low. He runs with, really a good stance. And he's able to get downhill and just kind of skip step downhill here. Weave through, pull through a little bit of traffic there. And then just keep his feet moving. But he's able to, work through a wrap by that nose tackle falling through, or that backside defensive end, it looks like. He's able to pull through that. Nice little cut to set up that block. And then he uses the forearm and he uses that body lean there to kind of combat some of that contact from the backside pursuit or the inside pursuit. He's able to kind of spin off that. Just a solid runner, I think, who really can offer an NFL team some skill as a receiver. Definitely as a between the tackles runner. And a guy who's effective enough to the outside that I think he can contribute in a committee. I think he may even have a little more than that. But I think he can at least contribute in a committee for a team. Williams is a functional receiver out of the backfield. At South Carolina, they used him on throwouts, on screens, checkdowns. Here's a check down here at BYU. Immediately gets downhill, gets extra yards. This is also where he tore his ACL. This is after 4 games. This is the 4th game, actually. He should be available probably by June, July, or August. Around that time frame is typically when ACLs, they usually take about 9 months to heal. This happened, I believe, in early September, early October, or late September, early October. So, he's a guy to watch in terms of being an undrafted free agent. If he's healthy enough to compete for a roster spot, he could surprise and make a depth chart. If not, he might get a redshirt season. But he's a good all-around back that I would not be surprised at all if he earns an opportunity in the NFL and makes the most of it. Thanks again for watching. For more RSP Boiler Room videos, you can check out my YouTube channel, Matt Waldman's RSP Film Room, and my site, www.mattwaldmanrsp.com.